Have you ever considered the quality of the air you breathe daily, or questioned what invisible particles swirl around you, becoming part of each breath you take? Perhaps you should. Today we'll be diving deeper into the intricacies of this unseen world that we unknowingly invite into our bodies with each inhale. Air quality doesn't just refer to the aroma of our surroundings. It isn't about whether it smells like a fresh meadow after a rainfall or carries the heavy scent of a room filled with cigar smoke. It's far more nuanced and deeply rooted in scientific principles. Air quality relates to the composition of the air we breathe, the unseen particles, gases and contaminants that infiltrate our lungs with each breath. It comprises a multitude of components, from life-sustaining oxygen, nitrogen, argon, carbon dioxide, and traces of other gases that are harmless, to harmful compounds. The pollutants like sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxides, particulate matter, and more. These are the silent invaders that can lead to health issues, causing anything from minor discomfort to severe health concerns. Given the importance of air quality to our health and well-being, understanding it becomes crucial. This is where the Air Quality Index, or AQI, comes into play. Introduced by government agencies as a public tool, the AQI is a numerical scale designed to simplify the complex information about air pollutants, making it easily comprehensible to all. It essentially serves as the pulse of our atmosphere, continuously monitoring the health of the air we breathe in real time. The AQI operates on a scale of 0 to 500, with each range corresponding to different levels of health concern. A score 0 signifies that the air is pristine, entirely free of any pollutants. On the other hand, a score of 500 indicates a hazardous level of air pollution. By regularly checking the AQI, we can be aware of what we're breathing and take steps to protect ourselves when necessary. It's like a weather forecast for your lungs, providing valuable information that can help to prevent illness and improve quality of life. After all, we don't just live in the environment, we breathe it in. And knowing what's in the air we breathe is just as important as knowing what's in the food we eat. But what exactly is this AQI we speak of? To answer that, we need to dive headfirst into an intriguing field that combines meteorology, chemistry, physics, and environmental science. Our discussion will largely revolve around a pivotal factor that plays a significant part in determining the AQI, the particulate matter. This term, particulate matter, or in its abbreviated form PM, might seem a tad daunting at the onset. However, when dissected, it's quite straightforward. It's a sophisticated, scientific way of referring to microscopic particles that reside in our air. These minuscule particles are the silent yet malevolent villains that taint our air quality. They don't exist as a single entity, but are a complex blend of both solid and liquid particles. They might be small, almost to the point of invisibility to the naked eye, but they are the main contributors to the hazy skies that we often see, and they routinely cause a drop in air visibility. These particles can have various origins and can be composed of an array of different substances. Naturally occurring elements like dust kicked up by the wind or pollen released from plants can form part of this particulate matter. Yet more often than not, these particles are a byproduct of human activities, including the soot from industries, the smoke from vehicle exhausts, and even residue from a wood-burning stove. To give you perspective about their size, imagine this. 20 of these particles placed side by side could fit across the width of a single strand of human hair. That's incredibly tiny. When we discuss particulate matter, we typically focus on two specific categories, PM10 and PM2.5. These names might seem like they're in code, but they are just simple references to the size of the particles. PM10 refers to particles with a diameter of 10 micrometers or less. These particles are small enough to be inhaled into our respiratory system, causing an array of health issues including asthma and bronchitis. PM2.5, however, denotes particles that are even smaller. They measure a mere 2.5 micrometers or less in diameter. To illustrate their size, consider this. A single strand of human hair is about 70 micrometers in diameter. These particles are nearly 30 times smaller than that. That's quite hard to fathom. Despite their minuscule size, almost microscopic in nature, they have the potential to cause extensive harm. They have a massive impact not only on our health but also on the environment, being major contributors to issues like air pollution and climate change. Their size allows them to bypass our body's natural defenses and infiltrate deep into our lungs, causing severe health issues. Furthermore, they can alter weather patterns and exacerbate climate change. So these particles, although incredibly small, can potentially have a colossal impact on our health and environment. PM10 particles, once infiltrated into your nose and throat, can wage a full-blown invasion on your body, creating numerous health complications. These particles, as invisible adversaries, can invade your body and instigate a string of health irregularities. Frequently observed symptoms include coughing and shortness of breath, potentially leading to detrimental respiratory diseases. The coughing might initiate as regular or mild, often dismissed as an allergic symptom. However, continued exposure to these particles can escalate to severe, protracted coughing bouts, which may indicate severe respiratory conditions such as bronchitis or asthma. Shortness of breath is another alarming symptom that signals the distress these particles induce on your respiratory system. As they infiltrate your body, they obstruct your breathing mechanism, often leaving you gasping for air after even the slightest physical exertion. This could be a precursor to more serious conditions like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, or other debilitating respiratory illnesses. Subsequently, we have PM2, 5 particles smaller and exceedingly more insidious. Their diminutive size enables them to evade the body's natural defense mechanisms, allowing them to infiltrate further into the lungs and even infiltrate the bloodstream. Their ease of entry can result in a massive accumulation of these particles in your body, elevating their harmful effects. The long-term health implications of prolonged exposure to these particles are dire, often leading to severe, irreversible damage. Conditions such as heart disease and lung cancer, as well as stroke and premature death, are the bleak outcomes of sustained exposure. The potential of these particles to induce inflammation and oxidative stress can trigger diabetes, obesity, and even neurological disorders. Moreover, the continuous assault of these particles has also been linked to a reduction in cognitive function, particularly in children and older adults. This is not a subject to be taken lightly. The particles enveloping us are silent, invisible assassins wreaking life-threatening havoc on our bodies. Let this serve as a cautionary note, a rallying cry for us to fight back against these destructive forces. What can you do to contribute to better air quality? There are several ways you can help. Start with easy, everyday actions. One major factor affecting air quality is vehicle emissions, so cut down on car usage, choosing public transportation options like buses and trains that can carry many people at once. Even better, consider active transport options like cycling or walking, which produce zero emissions. If you have a garden or open space, plant trees or create a green corner with plants that are known to purify the air. Limit the times you light up fireplaces and wood stoves, as they emit harmful particles. If you can, switch to cleaner energy sources for heating, such as geothermal or solar energy. Educate yourself and others. Familiarize yourself with the Air Quality Index, AQI, specific to your local area. Get to know which pollutants are the most problematic and spread awareness about it among your peers. When the AQI is high, take necessary steps to safeguard your health, such as staying indoors, wearing a mask if needed, and using air purifiers. Recycle and compost household of burning it. Burning waste not only contributes to poor air quality, but also leads to the release of greenhouse gases. Your actions are vital in this endeavor. Every single breath take has significance, so make each one matter. Make conscious efforts to enhance air quality. After all, the quality of air today directly impacts our world tomorrow. The more you do, the bigger impact we can have.